Welcome back, y'all. It has been a while. Welcome to I'm Divinely Faceted. Listen, okay, if you are here, all right, it was meant for you to hear this message, okay? What I am going to do is I'm going to start with reading a free write that I wrote yesterday, okay? Very dear to my heart. Only it's very short, but it's very dear to my heart only because I was in a space that I feel like information was given to me in regards to energy. Okay. It's almost like I felt like I went and I sat in a corner of my brain that I had not visited ever. Okay. And I feel like I sat and talked to Thoth himself or maybe an ancestor, and I wrote down exactly what it is that my ancestor wanted me to know. Okay, and this felt like a meditation for me, and even though it was a conscious right, okay, but it's different than any other of my free writes because I do feel like I was consciously writing, but I feel like I was consciously writing with my higher self, okay, us collaborating together to get this information on paper. Okay, listen. Ancestors closest to the sun, please help me channel this message. Please tune into my frequency or allow me to tune into yours. Please protect me as I channel through this energy. All ancestors closest to the sun, you may remain. All others, you must leave. Okay. So now, normally I would pull cards over here too, and they would be different type of cards, but I don't know if I am going to do that. Although I do have cards that I did bring to my altar here. Okay, I also have runes. Okay, that I am studying, but I also wrote runes on cards as well. Okay. And this just so happened to be the room that is on the top. Ures or Euros, I don't know. Manifesting vitality and power here, okay? So now, to me, that is significant because I do feel like in my free write, I grasped something. I got something, okay? I'm very big on energy. And when it comes to energy, I protect my energy. I'm still learning about energy. But I feel like what my free write gave me yesterday was a very different perspective when it came to energy. I now look at God as energy. Okay, nobody's ever seen him. Nobody knows where he's at. No, except for being within. All right. So I now look at God as being completely energy. Okay. So now look. And I still believe in God because I believe in energy, but I look at energy as God. Okay. Now, this is what I wrote. Listen, and my writings are very dear to me because I don't share what I free write about. And what a free write is you not letting your thoughts, your own thoughts that you know that you come up with, you're not letting that come out on the paper, because you can say whatever on the paper. What a free write is that you let your ability to think of what you're trying to say go and just write. It's almost as if your hand is thinking. Okay, this is what a free write is. All right, now this is my free write yesterday. It says, ancestors, I want to start by thanking you for all that you have done for my life, for allowing me to see the goddess in myself and allowing me to identify my worth. In energy, I trust, because without energy, I am nothing, literally, and I have no way of identifying my growth. To be in low vibrations is energy, and that energy comes with feelings and reactions. To operate in low vibrational energy feels horrible and causes immature reactions that is often viewed as being imbalanced, as a mental illness, or the inability to process emotions. It's all energy. When operating in high vibrations, in high vibrational energy, that too comes with feelings and reactions. High vibrational energy feels rich, beautiful, valuable, worthy, and your reactions are thus shown as smiling, happy, understanding, patient, immature, and balanced, which is still the force and the result of energy. Energy is the ultimate blessing, and this is why I value my energy. Not everyone deserves a blessing from me, as my blessing comes with regard to my space, life, and energy. If my energy is altered in a way unwanted, I truly feel that a blessing of being in my energy is not valued and thus should not be there. I push myself to be my highest self, yet don't need the push when it comes to functioning as my lower self. This is why a balance is always needed and takes careful practice to always remain high vibrational. This is the blessing that comes from functioning at my highest. I came in this world low vibrational with all of the blood, energy, and DNA transferred from my mother. And therefore, I have to spend my life trying to find that high vibrational being I was prior to my genetic makeup. I can go all night. So let me stop here and meditate. Okay? That was my free write, okay? That was me going to a space and a time in my brain that I feel like I had not visited possibly in a long time. It gave me the energy of going straight to wherever this space was in my brain and talking to an ancestor or talking to Thoth himself, like I said, okay? I recognize and I noticed that this was my first time consciously using clear cognizance, okay? And what clear cognizance is the ability to know without knowing how you know, okay? And now in this free write, I got what energy is and how it affects us, okay? I learned a lot from my own free write as if my ancestors delivered it itself, okay? Now, when I was talking to my kids about what I wrote, I labeled this as the letter. I was like, I don't know I don't know where I got this letter from, okay? And I was like, the letter? The letter? So that is now the title of my free write. So I noticed that I touched a part of me that I had not touched and that I had consciously went into the clear cognizant part of my body. Now, when we are talking about energy, and like I said, in here is high vibrational energy and is low vibrational energy. Now, if we're going to put that in a visual perspective, that is low vibrational energy, okay, which on a cartoon it would be the bad angel, the demon, and then the good angel. But it is lower vibrational energy and it is higher vibrational energy on the other side. Our task of life is to bring that to a center, to bring them both together to where they function together, okay? If you look at any type of mental illness, we just gonna take schizophrenia for instance, okay? That's nothing but energy. All right, that's what that is. It's nothing but energy. But if you look at the meaning of schizophrenia, and if you look at the meaning of clear cognizance, they both is the ability to see. You see things that are not there. Okay, you know things that are not there. Okay, you talk to a voice that is not there. I believe it was schizophrenia and clear cognizance. Was it? Which one was it? Clear audience. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay, it was schizophrenia and clear audience that resemble each other. Okay, and what I got is that when you have these hospitals diagnosing mental health, okay, somebody comes in and they say, I'm hearing voices, I be hearing things talking to me, and I be, okay, it could be telepathic communication, or it could be clairaudience, okay? Because when I looked up clairaudience, it is you hearing things that are not actually there. So the things that's being diagnosed as a mental illness could simply just be an imbalance in your energy. Something that you are meant to do, but you have no control over it because you are in low vibrational energy. Now, once you bring yourself to a center, then you have a gift, all right, that is not considered mental illness, all right? And that's kind of like the thought process that I was on yesterday, especially when it came to clear cognizance, okay? Especially when it came to me actually being in this type of energy. Now, like I said, when you have low vibrational energy over here, you have that those reactions where everything around you, if you notice, everything around you causes a reaction, okay? And it's because it is energy. Our body reacts to energy, all right? Our body always reacts, and that is nothing but energy, okay? Somebody could be running down the street screaming, help me, and your body is going to react to that stimuli, okay? This is what we have the task of doing. Confirmation. I don't care what it is, okay? Your body is always going to react to the stimuli of other energy, okay? You could have somebody shooting up the building, all right? Your body is going to react to that stimuli. That is energy. But where you respond with that energy is either determined low vibrational or high vibrational. Somebody can come up to me and be like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, okay? Now, my response is either going to be high vibrational or low vibrational. Okay, and this is what our duty is on this earth. This is what our task is on this earth. Am I gonna slap a bitch, or am I just gonna laugh at it? Okay, it's that type of energy here. You have to understand what we working with and what it is. Okay, everything out here is energy. Now, when it comes to what government and what the higher ups give us to deal with, it's all stimuli to stimulate your energy. Okay, how are you going to respond? Okay, the things that we're seeing on TV, what is it doing to our energy? When you see something like The Sinners or the new movies that they got coming out, okay? How are you responding to the stimuli? Either you're going to respond low vibrational or you're going to respond high vibrational. Example, seeing a movie. I haven't seen that Taraji P. Henson movie that they talk about, how she started off with her sick child and all of that, okay? I haven't seen that. But that stimuli that you got or that you're getting, what energy does it put you in? And I heard that it puts you in crying. Okay, it makes you sad. It makes you feel like this and it makes you feel like that. All of those Tyler Perry movies, it puts you in an energy. It puts you in a force, okay? And those are the things that we're trying to overcome, yet it's still stimulated by it. Okay, we have to be in the energy of controlling our energy to the max and to the fullest, because we have so many different ways that we could react. Okay, and we're reacting simply, that's an energy exchange. You're reacting to an energy that is already put out there. You're reacting to an energy, period. When I do my readings on the other channel, how does it make you feel? Okay, how do you respond to the energy? Okay, you can have my readings, it uplift you, and some people be like, okay, it put me in a bad type of mood, it put me in a bad situation. All right, you cannot let anybody alter and control your mood that much unless it is high vibrational. You giving to that energy, you giving freely to let somebody raise you and to keep you in a high vibrational energy. If something does not serve you, this is what it means when it's do something serve your higher good, okay? This is what that means. If something makes you feel low vibrational, if something is making you feel drained and all of that, then that means you're giving too much of your energy to that, to the topic, to the person, or whatever the fuck it is. Okay, and that's what you have to address. It's almost like this, all right? let's take for instance, my daughter's room was a fucking mess yesterday. Okay. Now, I didn't have to go off. Oh, but I did. All right. Because you are a lady and you don't never see my goddamn room looking a goddamn mess like this. All right. So I had multiple ways that I could have expressed my energy, but I let the stimuli of what I saw put me in a low vibrational response. And so, yeah, I went there fuck off. All right. It was that type. That type. All right. That's how simple energy is altered. But once you realize that you have control of your own responses, once you realize that it's people out there that will do things to literally elicit a response from you. Okay. And now that response is only going to be one or two things: high vibrational or low vibrational. It's only two. It's never in between. It's not black and white. It's listen. It's clear. It's clear. It's not in a gray area. It's gonna be black and white. All right, it's one or the other. My ear is ringing like a motherfucker right now. Okay, so I am getting that this is how you tap in into your power. This is how you become your highest self. This is how you manifest. This is how you get into that energy of manifesting. Okay, because it is all energy. We've all been looking at energy. We say it better than we see it. All right. We can say it real easily. We talk about it real quick. But yesterday, I really got the real meaning, the real information, and don't know exactly where that came from. Okay. Other than me using clear cognizance consciously. Okay. Listen, remember I told you with intention. I'm still not going to tell you what I mean by that. But right here, when I wrote this, it was with intention. Okay? And I'm gonna share that with y'all still. But remember, with intention. Okay? Because that's going to come back around and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about when I show y'all exactly, or when I tell y'all exactly what that means. With intention. Okay? Listen. I did make some cards. They are pertaining to some runes here. That was the energy. That was my free write. I do think that I am going to start on this channel. I think I'm going to start doing a free write every single night and tapping into that part of my mind and that part of my brain and literally sharing what I pull out, okay? Because I know everything is not meant for everybody, but I do feel like something is meant for my collectives to hear, and this was one of them, okay? You carry the spirit of Isis. All right. Somebody in this energy carries the spirit of Isis. I'm going to pull a rune. Oh, I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them. Oh, this one is blank. All right. So that's mystery in itself. Okay. This one right here means protection. Now, I don't know the names of them because I'm still learning them. But this one right here means protection. Okay. This one right here, I think this is Canaz. Canaz. This one means knowledge and creative power. Okay. This is what I just pulled here, okay? Knowledge and creative power, and then protection. So what I'm getting right now, the ancestors want you to protect your creative knowledge, okay? Be very, very protective when it comes to your energy, okay? Your creative knowledge comes from not just your mind, but your creative location of your body, which is your sacral energy, okay? This is what I am picking up, all right? I'm getting that is, wow, listen, all right? The universe, okay? The eye of God, all right? That is the mystery here, okay? But the eye of God is definitely within you, and he comes as energy, okay? The God in the sky does not exist. The God in your eye exists. Okay, that is the difference here. But ancestors are definitely saying to protect your knowledge, protect your creative abilities, protect what it is that you have to offer to the world. Okay, and we may not always know exactly what that is that we are supposed to be offering to this world. So until you find out, protect yourself at all costs. Protect yourself from being in low vibrational energy, because you can control that. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Any messages here? Any messages? Seventh house. Okay. Listen, I just got a phone call. So this is confirmation for somebody. Relationships, marriage, and partnership. Okay. Seventh house. Protect yourself when it comes to relationships. Doesn't matter who that is. Listen, I'm seeing lagoons. All right. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it, but this is flow, water, and life blood. Okay, so this is basically saying that you need to protect yourself in all forms of relationships, whether it is in love, whether or not it's in family. Okay, any type of relationship, you should definitely protect yourself. Okay, so that you continue to flow. Okay, there is a life force that is in you, and it looks like that life force definitely is God. All right, and like I said, that life force that's flowing through you is nothing but energy, and that's what God is. Okay, God is not a being. He is not a person. He is not a being. He resides in you. Okay, if he is a being, he is that being that resides within you. Okay, that flows through your lifeblood. Okay, and this is what ancestors are saying to protect here. Okay, Virgo or maiden. Okay, I'm seeing listen, with relationship, marriage, and maiden. The maiden is somebody who is not married. Okay, protect for I guess this is for the unwedded woman. Protect your energy, protect your flow, protect your life source. Okay, very, very specific energy coming to the unwedded woman. Okay, this is what I am getting. I am getting that most of your chosens is going to be with those who do not have relationships right now, those who are in healing. You could be a Virgo. Okay, or your Virgo could be in your seventh house. Okay, Trayon, look that up. Seventh house, what rules the seventh house here? Okay, I am seeing, listen, Gabo, I don't know the names yet. Okay, but this is another rune here. Okay, give, sex, sex, and exchange came out in reverse. Okay, so this is what I am getting. Protect your sacral energy, protect your sacral flow. Okay, this is what I am getting when I say sacral flow. That is your menstrual. Okay, protect yourself when it comes to any of that. All right, do not give to anybody. This is what I am seeing with SEX showing up in reverse, because that there is your gift. Okay, the seventh house is ruled by Libra. Okay, this is the energy. The seventh house is ruled by Libra here, so that could be significant. God balanced light. Okay, if you hold on to your sacral energy, you will have God balanced light. Okay, remember I said you have that low vibrational on this side and you have the high vibrational on the other side. If you maintain your sacral energy, if you hold on to your actual juices, which is the man's sperm or the woman's her secretion. Okay, if you hold on to that, you will bring yourself into a God balanced light. Okay, I'm getting the first house here. Okay, what rules the first house? The first house says self appearance, personality, and how others see you. Okay, I'm getting that if you hold on to your sacral energy, that part of you, that brings you to a God balanced light. Okay, and that will increase your appearance. Okay, Aries. All right, I got to write that on the cards. First house is ruled by Aries. Okay, so that could be significant as well. Aries is also the ram. All right, somebody needs to hear not to bump heads. All right. Somebody needs to hear that. Don't bump heads when it comes to your value. Don't bump heads when it comes to your worth. Okay. It's almost like don't go back and forth with somebody about you, about who you are. Okay. This is what I am getting. Ancestors are saying definitely balance yourself, balance the scales. Heavy Libra energy here. Okay. And because I'm getting God balance light here as well. So ancestors are saying that it's all about balance. Confirmation. Yeah, it is all about balance when you are trying to balance your link, your yin and yang, your divine feminine, divine masculine, or your low vibrational, high vibrational energy. Okay, it all takes balance. Okay, and that one thing that is going to keep you in a balanced state is holding on to your sacral energy. Okay, that is the message. All right. Anything else? Last but not least, anything else? People act as if what you do is regular. Okay? People act as if what you do is regular, and it's not. All right. For those of you who are on your spiritual journey, what you do is not regular. What you do is not normal. What you do is not usual. Okay. But they will try to make you feel like, oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's nothing when it's everything. Okay. You holding on to your sexual energy. Okay. That is not regular. That is not the norm. That is not what you see people doing here. But what I can say is somebody that is holding on to their sexual energy, you become enlightened. You become balanced, okay? Now, I'm going to let you in on a little bitty secret, okay? I have been celibate for 3 years, going on 4 years, okay? And when I say that I feel like the majority of my spiritual essence comes from that, I am very big on not wasting nan bit of it. I'm talking about nan bit of it. Okay, I don't please myself. I don't do any of that. If I have a dream that puts me in that energy, I try my best to not even do it in my dream. Okay, and that's because I feel like I have to protect that gift. I have to protect that part of me because I don't want any parts of me depleting. I don't want any part of who I have become to go away. Okay, so once you get to that, once you get to that place in your life, okay, you will become very, very, very protective of your energy because you know that that's all it is. Okay, that's all it is. Just like your you secrete hormones, your hormones is what causes reactions in your body. So now if you keep your actual energy that people just so willy-nilly get rid of, if you keep your actual fluids like sperm and the woman fluid, if you keep that, what do it do to your DNA? What do it do to your genetic makeup? If you keep that, just like something else secreting into your bloodstream, when that secretes into your bloodstream or being used in your bloodstream, what do it do? Okay? It brings you into a place where you have God balanced light. All right? Listen, a lot of people want to know, who is she? Listen, I am divinely faceted. Okay? Listen, and I will catch you on the next one.